It's Championship Sunday here at the Three Ball USA Showcase outside the Great Mall here in Milpitas, California. A consolation game is now out of the way. Congratulations to the Duncan Dobermans. Now it's time to get down to business, as they say. Kyle Montgomery here with you. Kevin Dana alongside our first quarterfinal. Novi side out of Serbia. You already know, the #1 ranked team in the world, former #1 player in the world, 2-0 coming out of pool play against the New Yorkies. This is a scrappy bunch. Started off with a loss in their first action, but bounced back big time. I think with the biggest win of day 2 against the Chihuahuas to land a spot here in the quarterfinals against Novi side.
Certainly, their backs were up against the wall after that 0-1 start, and they took down a chomping Chihuahuas team that has a lot of talent. You think about guys like Stephon Hanna and Rodney Pryor, who we will see later today. Those are high-level G League players, guys who could play at the high level in Europe as well, NBA training camp guys potentially. The New Yorkies took them down. They're 3x3 vets, and that's one reason why they might have a chance here to knock off the best team in the world.
And the New Yorkies have some familiarity with these Novi side players, obviously playing on the 3x3 World Tour, Disco Damo and company in Mexico City. As a matter of fact, Super Dave was named most spectacular player at the 2015 Mexico City Masters. But it's this team, the catalyst, the heart and soul, the guy that makes them go is right there, Disco Damo Jones. He's been balling. He's been all over our top 5 plays this weekend as well, including his one-handed free throw that a lot of people was like, is he showing off? No, he's been shooting that free throw like that for years now, since high school. That capped the win for him on day 2, and their second game of pool play. Now their third game is worth some money. It's $50,000 will be on the line. He and Dusan Bullet, by the way, who we're about to get a look at, they have a bit of a history. Actually, Disco Damo gave Dusan Bullet a tour of New York City's most popular basketball courts, of course, you know, up there a couple years back. So they have a friendship that goes back a few years.
Well, you could put that friendship aside for the quarterfinal game, because if you ain't first, you last, like Ricky Bobby said, because if you get to the finals and lose, you don't get anything. So $50,000 on the line for every game here, quarterfinals here on out. Dusan Bullet, the best player in the world by a lot of people's standards. Mr. Bulletproof has had a great tournament thus far.
14 points, 10 assists, 5 rebounds, and I think the stats speak to, you know, his impact on the team. He's not going to score a ton of points on you every game. He's not going to dime you up every time. He's going to give you a little bit of it all. He's going to pick his spots. He senses when his team needs him, and that's when he elevates his game. For him, so far in this tournament, he's had the luxury of having Thomas Ivosev on his squad, so he's done a lot of dishing down low. But this is the dude who, trust me, can take the game over at any moment, especially when it's money time. So here we go. We're getting closer and closer to getting this thing tipped off. Our first quarterfinal. Now that the consolation game is out of the way, not only will there be $50,000 at stake, I should mention, a chance to compete at the FIBA 3x3 World Tour. That is the creme de la creme of 3x3 basketball in Europe. A chance to compete in the Edmonton Challenger. We'll get more into that later, but let's get to the in-game intros.
David Super Dave Seegers. Man, come right behind on forward, number 20, Antoine Morgano. And I know this guy talked to me yesterday. Give it up for number 35, Anthony, the Workout Cox. Give it up for your New Yorkies. And now, #1 team in 3x3, Novi Serbia! Start off number 4, Doma Ivosev! Number 8, Dejan Majstorovic, a.k.a. the Maestro! And you all know him, number 11, Dusan, Mr. Bulletproof Bullet! They're your team, Serbia versus New Yorkies. But I'm doing this. This is Serbia versus Team Harlem. Let's see this. We got New York.
It's time to get it going. Not only $50,000 on the line, but a chance to earn a spot to compete at the Edmonton Challenger up in Canada. And if you win that, then you're on the FIBA 3x3 World Tour. So not only a big bag, but a big opportunity as we move closer and closer to the 2020 Tokyo Olympics. In case you did not know, 3x3, that's right, 3-on-3 basketball will officially be an event for the first time in Olympic history, 2020 Tokyo. Some of the players that you're seeing out here on our 3-ball court this very weekend, you may see also competing, representing their countries on the world's biggest stage here in 2020. This is the biggest stage we got right now. It's the quarterfinals, and it's on and popping. Novi side start off with a steal against the New Yorkies. Tomasz Ivosev tries his luck from long range this time, and he's off the mark. Oh, nice pass. Damo, but Super Dave fouled on his way up. He's going to shoot one. He's mentioning the experience that the New Yorkies have on the tour with Cox and Seegers and Jones all participating at the 3x3 World Tour. Seegers shooting, most spectacular player at the FIBA 3x3 Mexico City Masters, and he's good at the free throw stripe to make it 1-0. Ivosev loses his dribble. It is win or go home. As Ivosev, look at him showing the finesse at the rim. Oh, but Super Dave, he's making Dejan Majsorovic do a dance. Cox with a hard foul underneath. After an empty position on the for the New Yorkies. But another look at Ivosev, 16 points through 2 pool play games. We built him as the player of the tournament so far, and he has picked up where he's left off. As we'll have a chance to give Serbia their second point of the game. And he gets that one to drop down. Super Dave, oh, the move on the maestro. Oh, he got lost in the sauce. Super Dave got the moves like Jagger. Two apiece. The maestro, he's got a look. Misses the two, but foul called on the floor. Another look at Super Dave. Oh, it's just nothing the maestro can do. Beautiful spin and the score at the rim. As the New Yorkies look game so far against the world #1. Here's Mr. Bulletproof looking, finding Ivosev. And how many times have we seen that here in Milpitas? The 2-man game, just destroying squads. Morgano, double dribble. You don't see that. You don't see that called a lot outside of Little League play. Every once in a while we have a little lapse. Morgano getting an excuse for that. 3-2. Serbia in front by 1. And the offensive foul call. Again, Novi side coming in undefeated. Got a 21-18 win over the Labradors day 1, then day 2. Made the Golden Gate Retrievers fetch a double-digit loss. They have been without question the team to beat out here. Super Dave got to a spot, but couldn't get the shot. Now Morgano, he misses as well. Cox going to the rim, but he left the rock. You might need that. Dusan Bullet said, I know what to do with it. Takes it to the bucket. Lefty lay-in, 2-point game. Super Dave, pass, lazy pass on the inside, deflected. Now Bullet putting the pressure on the D, right past Cox, but he's too strong on the layup. And then Dusan, a little too handsy after the miss. He's whistled for the foul. Here's one that he did make. Just cuts through the D. Oh, Damo, the spin past Dusan. And Dusan looking like a statue. So we saw Damo hit Stefan Hanna with the spin yesterday, and now Dusan Bullet is a victim. A technical call on the New Yorkies. So Dusan will shoot a free throw here. So they'll also get possession. Mr. Bulletproof missing. Just 3x3 basketball, 10-minute games, or the first to 21, 12-second shot clocks. No coaches, one sub with 4-man squads. $50,000 is on the line here on this final day of play. Here's a hustle. Look at Damo doing what he can to try to save a possession for his team. And that's exactly what you would expect, again, with that bag on the line, the level of intensity going up like a crescendo. Day 3, foul on the floor. That's called on Disco Damo. The New Yorkies up to just 3 team fouls. Matter of fact, 3 team fouls apiece for both squads. Here's Maestro, former world #1. Talk a lot about Dushan Bullet holding that #1 ranking for the better part of 7 years, but the Maestro's had his turn on top of the world as well. So has
why do they call him Disco Damo?
Because he makes people dance on the hoop court. You better put your ballroom shoes on, because he's gonna take you for a spin. That's where the nickname originated from. I forget what his nickname was with the Globetrotters, but he spent a couple of years with the Globetrotters, so he's got every trick in the bag. Hot shot. They called him Hot Shot with the Globetrotters. Morgano turns it over. He got happy feet. So it stays 2-point game, 5-3. Team Serbia. Bullet tries to force a pass into the Maestro. Damo. Oh, spin in midair. He's creative with his shots. Foul on Serbia called. So they'll turn it over. As Dusan was about to go to work. Too aggressive though on the attack. You see LED board getting beat up over there. And Morgano okay, apparently. He's good to go. 7 minutes left in this one. Our first quarterfinal. Win or go home. $50,000 on the line. All these players with Olympic hopes as well. Dushan thought about the 2. Instead, he gets it over to the Maestro. You cannot leave that man, or maybe you can. He didn't make him pay for it. Now Morgano going to the post on the Maestro. The turnaround. Take that with you. 5 apiece. Another look at the bucket. Morgano came on day 2 after having a quiet first game of pool play. Went on a personal 4-0 run, and that win over the Chihuahuas. Oh, Maestro composing a nice pass to Evo said. And jump ball is called after some imploring from the New Yorkies. And in that case, defense always gets the ball. Jump ball situation always awarded to the defense. So as you see games get closer and closer, some defenders smartly will just jump in there and tie up the ball and earn the possession. Disco Damo, nice little step back. Foul's called underneath. So far through 3.5 minutes here, Kev, we got a 5-5 game. What do you make of the defense we're seeing from both of these teams?
This is physical. You mentioned it in the open, Kyle, that the physicality was going to get turned up a notch or 12, and we have certainly seen that. This is an intense game. These guys are getting after it. They're not happy with some of the calls,
yeah,
but you expect that when 50 G's is on the line.
Yeah, Anthony Cox follows the miss. $50,000 on the line. And all of a sudden, it gets serious. Goaltend called. That shot had already touched the glass. And Novi side now with no more fouls to give. If there's one weakness of this team that I've seen is sometimes they get a little bit foul happy. So no more to give. The next foul on Team Serbia the New Yorkies will be shooting 2 free throws. New Yorkies with 4 team fouls, so not in as bad a shape. The Maestro, not enough on his 2. And Bullet called for the foul on the baseline. And a poor foul it is. He's debating his case, but you can't reverse it. In case you're unfamiliar with our foul rules, here they are. 7 fouls to put you in the penalty, 7 through 9. 10 team fouls means 2 shots and possession. Even if a shot is made on the foul, still will get 2 shots. That's the way it works in 3x3. It's different, and we like it. So here's Anthony Cox. Shooting 1, played at Formandale State. 2 seasons in Canada's NBL. 7-5. Misses, stays 7-5. Now Cox staying in front of Dusan. You see that ball moving from Team Serbia. The Maestro moving his hips. Couldn't get the ball to go through the nets, though. The New Yorkies look hungry. What do New Yorkers say when it's time to eat, B? Oh, that's bad. That's a bad New York act. Forgive me if you're from New York. Damo, oh, he's got him on the dance floor. The pirouette and the score. Dusan. That foul called on the floor. Another look at the spin shot. 5-0 New Yorkies run, by the way, as, oh, come on, that's tasty. That's so nice, we got to see it twice. As Dusan gets it to the Maestro. Oh, and he knuckleballs it in. 8-7 game. New Yorkies in front by 1, but we're approaching that all-important 5-minute mark, the midway mark. And this is where the seasoned teams tend to separate themselves and find that extra reserve in the tank to pull through in the end. We'll see if Novi Sad can against the New Yorkies team that's got experience themselves. Meantime, oh, that was sweeter than Sadie. Dusan with the dime to Ivasev. And it's 8-up. Kyle Montgomery in your ear. Take another look. Oh, yeah, Maestro might have got away with a little grabby there. Oh, I mean, he got grabbed, excuse me. Eight apiece. 4:56 officially on the clock. 2 old friends. Dusan Bullet and Disco Damo. Damo took him to the Rucker. Now he's trying to take him to school out here on our specially made 3-Ball USA Sport Court setup. Shout out to Sport Court. 8 apiece. The Maestro. No go on the shot. Oh. Little miscommunication there. Disco Damo trying to get the pass on the inside. Morgano wasn't quite ready for it. Novi Sad also got a hand on it. So it's going to be Disco Damo. Pass deflected. And then Cox with a little bit of a silly foul. So that foul number 6 on the Yorkies. So no more fouls for them to give. Serbia with 8. And plenty of time to play, by the way. 4.5 to go. Our first quarterfinal. We'll see who will be moving on to the semis and keep their hopes of that $50,000 alive. Only 2 of our 11 games have not had a team get to 21. This was not on pace to get to 21. Serbia, though, in front by 1. So, and they're in the pace position. Super Dave caught up underneath the rim. Evo said trying to come out of the scrum. He gets it out to the Maestro. He's shooting. He missed it. What a hustle from Evo said. Dushan hanging, hitting, floating like a butterfly, stinging like a bee. It's 10-8. Serbia in front. Super Dave now. The one-legged fadeaway. And that one's still fading. All the way out of bounds. So it's going to stay 10-8. Look at the hustle, the big man. Evo said, what has he not done for Team Serbia out here in Milpitas? And so the New Yorkies 5-0 run, answered by a 5-0 run of Novi side themselves to put us where we're at right now, 10-8, 3:30 to play. Disco Damo up top, guarding Dusan Bullet as the Serbian motion begins. Every play calculated. Although that one wasn't very well thought out. Dusan finds himself in trouble on the drive, turns it over, back over to the New Yorkies, trying to pull out the biggest upset. Not only here, but maybe in 3x3 history. As the Yorkies keep fighting. And Dusan, smart play underneath. He draws a warning on Disco Damo underneath, who was defending underneath the restricted area under the bucket after he just got a bucket. So the next time the New Yorkies commit the same kind of penalty, they'll be hit with a technical. So 1 point lead for Team Serbia. Dusan going to work. Morgano having none of it. Foul on the shot. Dusan's going to shoot 2. That's foul number 7 on the Yorkies. So just look at the last play. Morgano, I mean, he just bullying him defensively. That's that hack fence. That Dusan wrapped up. Now, Mr. Bulletproof will try to connect a couple at the free throw stripe. Grew up in Lehman too. Tough upbringing, tough neighborhood in Novi Sad, Serbia. Has become a 4-time gold medal winner. The 3x3 World Cup. 9-time World Tour Masters MVP. He's got 2 World Tour Final championships under his belt as well. Now he's got his eyes on that bag of $50,000, but lapse in concentration, a blown opportunity with 2 free throws. He misses them both. Disco Damo, that was a pass. That's what he'll tell you. He misses and Morgano follows it. So it's 10 up, under 3 to play. The Maestro misses a long 2. Eva said Serbia's going away from him a little bit here in the last couple of minutes. He misses underneath. I think Cox's size is giving him as much trouble as he's had in this tournament. He hasn't been tested at all. Maestro, Evo said, bucket underneath. 11 up. Damo, has he scored? Almost scores over Bullet. And a foul on Morgano underneath as he was trying to contain that big bear, Eva said. He's like a grizzly. His last bucket evens things up at 11 apiece. Both teams in the penalty, 8 fouls apiece. So Evo said will shoot 2. Came into this one with 16 total points for the first couple days of pool play. He averages 19 points per game, at least last year he did, in the Hungarian Professional League. Kapasvari. A new add to this team, and he has been proving his value game in and game out. Seegers gave him the crossover. $1 million move, $5 shot, and there's Dusan Bullet. Get that up out of here. Dusan, quick hands. Little tip drill. Disco Damo vertically challenged, making the block even easier for Dushan. Got to use that pump fake. Bulletproof. Was waiting on the screen from Ivasev. Didn't work out. Now Ivasev late in the shot clock. He's got to put something up here. Oh, and he splashes it on the baseline. Wet. Ivasev carrying the weight for his squad like a cargo ship, and he's doing everything. The fadeaway one leg with the sun in his eyes. Oh, Dushan whistled for the foul on the, looked like a clean block from behind, but again, I give our 3x3 refs the benefit of the doubt. But you judge for yourself here. Ooh. That looked clean to me, but who knows what contact was happening on his lower half. 3-point lead, Novi side. Buck 48 officially. Cox on the stripe. Cox with a big miss. Last night, the New Yorkies, they said in the quarterfinals, they're trying to get to that chicken. I guess that's what they say in NYC. Chicken stands for money. They got a minute and a half to erase a 2-point deficit. They can get into one foul swoop if Disco Damo was able to knock down a two-piece instead. He gets it down low to Cox. Great control. Working out on Dushan Bullet. It's a 1-point game. Dushan gets it down to his big man, and his big man going to work. 15-13, Damo off target. Approaching a minute 10. Our first quarterfinal. Novi side, Serbia. The New Yorkies. And Dushan Bullet just a little bit short on the 2. That would have hurt. Instead, it's Disco Damo taking it right at Dushan. Oh, and then Damo, I told you that the more savvy players late in the game will try to, if they have an opportunity to get in there and tie it up, then they'll do it. And Damo saw his moment. He gets in there, ties it up, and as you know, jump ball situation is going to be awarded to the defense. So a heads-up play to earn a possession for his team, Disco Damo. Man, he has stepped his game up with 50,000. When he says he's trying to get to the chicken, Kevin, I believe it. He's playing like he wants to get to the chicken.
He wants that chicken. He wants that quarter piece. No, give him the whole chicken. They want all $50,000. You take a look at the rules of the game. But, I mean, this game has just been enthralling to watch. I mean, we're not going to get to 21, it looks like.
No.
This has been defense, defense, and more defense. And a key foul late could be the difference because both teams are in the bonus right now. And Novi Sad especially has to be a little careful here because their next foul will give New Yorkies 2 free throws and the ball.
Possession, yeah, absolutely. They have 9 team fouls, 10 team fouls put you in the double penalty. So Dushan's got to play aggressive, but listen, did this dude ride in on a fairy dragon? What kind of shot was that? Disco Damo got all the luck in the world. He doesn't even look at the bucket. Another spinning cyclone shot, and he ties it up at 15 apiece. Ivasev, D'd up and a steal. Now Damo drops it off. Morgan reverse. So the New Yorkies in front by 1. The Maestro misses the 2. Dushan Bullet got a hand on it. It's going to be white ball. It looked like Dushan might have tipped it. So it's 16 seconds left. The New Yorkies take the lead on the Morgano reverse layup, and the ball is actually ruled New Yorkies ball. Okay, so New Yorkies ball, 16 ticks to go. Novi Sad, the #1 team in the world, on the ropes here. New York with a smart possession here could make this very difficult Oh, and Bullet called for the foul as Damo will step up to the stripe, and then the technical foul also assessed to Novi side Serbia with 7 seconds left, so all kinds of things going wrong for Novi side here. Yeah, as a technical added to it again, Damo draws the foul, and Dusan Bullet could not believe it. Damo, with his signature one-handed free throw, took the advice of his high school coach to shoot it with one hand. He's been doing it ever since, and he's money on the first, misses the second. But after the technical, he's going to get another opportunity here at the stripe. And he misses again. So the door only slightly open for Novi Sad Serbia with 7 seconds to go, a one-possession game. They're going to have to foul. They can't. Smart heads-up play by Disco Damo, the maestro with the two-piece, but it's not going to be enough. New Yorkies with the upset as they shock the #1 team in the world, Novi Sad Serbia, in the first quarterfinal, 18-17. As the fellas from the Big Apple take a big bite out of the top team in the world and secure themselves a spot in the semifinals. The New Yorkies continue their effort to get to the chicken, as they say. What a game. 18-17. We're coming back. We're going to hear from the winners on the other side as the New Yorkies are moving on to the semifinals. Welcome back, everybody. The New Yorkies with a New York state of mind as they top the top team in the world, 18-17 in our first quarterfinal. Let's get it to Kevin Dana, who's standing on the court with our winners.
Dominique, you just beat the #1 ranked team in the world in 3x3, 18-17 against Novi Sad Serbia. What did it take to win this one?
A lot of toughness, you know, just fighting, overcoming adversity. They're a tough team. They do this every week. You know, we're not fortunate enough to be on the stage that they're on, but we're here now, so we're going to compete every minute.
Antoine, this game seemed more physical than we saw in the first 2 days here at the three-ball showcase here at the Great Mall. Just how intense was this game?
Like you said, they're the #1 team in the country, and we know they're going to come with all they got. Even though they had 3, we ain't underestimate them not one bit. I know they didn't underestimate us either. We're a strong team, strong hold, so we came to play and compete.
How much does your experience having played together and having some experience at this 3-on-3 level come into play down the stretch against a team like that?
It's very big. This game is about being smart, so just making the smart plays, cutting off each other, moving well, that's very important for us in order to win.
Congratulations on the win. Best of luck in the semis.
Thank you.
Kyle, back to you.
Appreciate you there, Kev. Let's get to the highlights in this one. And there were a lot of them to go around. The New Yorkies showing no signs of fear from the start in this one. And it really was a game of runs. We saw the New Yorkies bring their A game early on. Ivo Sev was doing his thing in the first few possessions for Serbia offensively. But he kind of fell out of the game a little bit in terms of his involvement. Maestro trying to get it going from 2-point range, didn't shoot it as well as he normally does, and that man right there, Disco Damo, took full advantage. He put his head down, he got to the rim, he facilitated for his team. Speaking of facilitating, how about the pass there from the Maestro down to Ivo Sev? And Ivo Sev, this is where you thought that Serbia would start to get it going. He gets a big bucket on the fadeaway J there, but both teams got in foul trouble. So after the New Yorkies hit Team Serbia with a 5-0 run, Serbia responded with a 5-0 run, and then New York, with some key plays down the stretch, they were able to get this pass and prevent the foul from Dusan Bullet to give them their 18th and final point to get the win in what is an absolute shocker. Serbia comes all the way here to America just to lose in the quarterfinals. A long trip. It's going to be a long plane ride home. They're not used to losing, Kev.
17 loss. And Kyle, you've seen this team a lot throughout the years. They've been in that situation so many times, and pretty much every time they win those games when they're down early, then the midway point hits and they hit another gear. That didn't happen this time. Credit the New Yorkies for really gritting and grinding that one out like they were the Memphis Grizzlies.
Yeah, that was a signature win, one that we will not forget for a long time, and I'm sure one that Dushan Bullet and company won't forget. But hats off to them. They played a great tournament. But the New Yorkies continuing to get to the chicken here in Milpitas, California, as the 3-Ball USA Showcase continues. So now we get set for our second quarterfinal. It's coming up between the Golden Gate Retrievers and the Chompin' Chihuahuas. We'll be getting to those guys when we come back after a break. So step aside for just a moment, but don't go anywhere. We are coming right back with more 3-Ball USA Hoops. Keep it here.